Oh my. Oh my. Good day, good evening, good morning, and good night. Welcome to Positive Rate. It's Thursday, the 29th of September. We got two members of the Positive Rate team with us tonight. So say hello there, Shark Kitty.
Hello, hello.
And back by popular demand and very much missed for the last few weeks, it's Dark Fury. Dark, can you hear us? Oh, all we got is a bit of a fuzz.
Hello, Robot Dark.
His mic was...
sorry.
Oh, there you go. Can you hear us, Dark?
I can hear you, but I've got screaming kids in the background. The cabin's not happy.
No worries. Okay, we can deal with Scream Kids. Hello, how are you doing, folks? Yeah, we're back in the Airliners today. We're doing hopefully something I'm not going to embarrass myself yet again. Because let's say Luca last week was I was watching back on Restream and not happy. But anyway, never mind. It happens. It's a challenge. That's why we do it. Because if it was easy, everyone would do it. Am I right, Shark Kitty? Am I right?
Yep.
Exactly. Okay, so today I'm of course flying the fly-by-wire today, and now I don't have this model, but it's really cool, and I wish I did. Shark Kitty's actually flying the MD-82 today, which is awesome. Now see who's on the tarmac there? Hang on, got a window blocking me. So I got Ohio Flybird 68. If you are watching the stream, please do make yourself known in chat. Veruslo as well. I don't know if you're with us today, but do make yourself known in the chat if you're flying with us today. And of course, I'm sitting in the middle there with this beautiful Positive Rate livery, which can be yours. If you go to flightsim.to, look for Positive Rate. It's done by Darcy, who is on with us tonight. Absolutely fantastic livery, and you can have it for your very own for the fly-by-wire 320NX. And Dark, I believe you are looking at the prospect of doing one for the Fenix 320 as well.
Yes, the Phoenix is well on its way.
Amazing.
I am also working on the its own Positive Rate cabin.
Ooh, sounds interesting. Now, Shark, you're in the MD-82. You're looking like something completely different, but that's okay. That's because I don't have that model. J-Hog, he is in... I think he might be in the... Are you in the fly-by-wire or the Fenix? You must be in the Fenix, J-Hog, I think. And, of course, I can see Dark Fury over there as well. Dark, you in the Fenix today?
I am, yes.
Yeah, fair enough. So that's good. This is Berlin Brandenburg scenery available from Orbx. Absolutely astounding. Just zoom in a bit there. And I was actually sitting here earlier. Look at the detail on that. Absolutely phased. I think he'd actually go inside as well. So it's not like totally highly detailed, but what I love are these buses that just seem to zoom around. Isn't that cool? Isn't that great? It's just lovely detailed airport. I don't know what's going to do the frame rates. Hopefully it'll be fine, but yeah, you can check it out. And we're actually heading today to Innsbruck, of which I have yet more scenery that you can find available on Orbx if you head on over there. Just some great scenery. It really makes a difference too when you got some detailed scenery. Two runways that we're looking at today. We are flying from 25 left, I think. Just do a quick check here. Lost my flight plan. Where's my flight plan? Don't know. It's around somewhere. I think it's 25 left. So anyway, so I'll be taxiing out round down about there and coming off this direction, off into the distance towards Austria, and doing this crazy valley approach into Innsbruck. So now, Dan, I'm glad you joined us today. And hopefully Sean Dale's with us as well. Big hello to the J-Hog. J-Hog, so great to have you along with us tonight as well. I had donations last week from you, Dan, and I didn't dance. So I've got something ready for you, and I've been meaning to do this for quite a while. Yes, I am aware I'm into waffle territory here, Dark, but I'm almost done. So I'm just gonna see if I can find it to you. Now, usually for dancing you need something kind of trippy and whatnot, so I've got this good tune. You know, it's kind of right? And usually I just dance in here, but the big complaint was, yeah, but Will, you're just like a little TV in here in the corner of the screen, right? Okay. Well, so I thought I can probably improve on that. So this is for you, Dan, and for everybody else that's donated recently. It's time to earn my money. There you go. Go back to the RWAPs there. Yeah, there you go. Thank you very much, Dan, for the donations last week. And I can be made to dance again. I can be made to dance again. Any donations are appreciated. The way to donate is pinned at the top of the chat. Yeah, so anything you could do to help, or if you go in the show notes, I know it's on YouTube anyway. There is a link there to tip. All goes towards the stream and helps me pay for some of the services that I have to pay for to keep the stream looking good, and some great music like you know what you just heard. So there you go. So
Can I just fill in for Nick?
What's that?
Can I just fill in for Nick?
Yes.
Wow.
Why not? Hey, you know what? Go large or go home. Go large or go home. Anyway. Okay, now we are starting rather hot, so hopefully everyone's all loaded up and ready to go, because we've got a bit of a distance to fly here. I've already got the flight plan loaded, so I'll just quickly step through that. It's basically a takeoff from 25 left. Actually, I'm going to check that as well. Yeah, 25 left, and as we work our way down through the course into Austria to the south. And then we're going to make a right turn at RTT, I believe it is. This is the Tulsa 3A approach, and we're taking I think it's 08. Oh, see, it's doing that weird thing again. I don't know why it's drawing like that, but anyway, well, I'm sure we'll sort it out when it gets to the end. But yeah, it's all, let's see what it says here. Yeah, this is the Tulsa 3 approach. RNAV Z approach into runway 08. So it's pretty much straight in. It's really just flying through the valley and coming in. Dan says, are you using development or experimental? I'm using development. I tend not to use experimental because development has fewer bugs. So although experimental... Yeah, it probably fixes that problem, to be fair, Dan. I tend to stick with development, which is slightly more stable. So that could well be the reason as well. Anyway, let's get the tug going here. So I think all our passengers are loaded, so we can get rid of the bridge. And we should hopefully see that bridge starting to pull back. Yes, it does. Absolutely beautiful detail there as well. Driving over the push truck as it's doing it. And we'll get the truck here. Let's get the tug in. Going around, get everything lined up. Cardinal rule again. I forgot to put my nav lights on. We'll get the beacon. We'll let sure everybody's knowing. Get the seatbelts on as well. I'll bring those sim noises up because I just realized that I cannot hear them at all. So anyways, while I'm getting everything started up, Dark, how you been? We've missed you. How is life?
Eventful.
Eventful. Yes, I can certainly agree with that from my own perspective. QNH is 1005. What about yourself, Shark Kitty? How's your week been?
Well, a lot of work, but it's fine.
Good. It's always good to hear. My work's been stressful. frustrating, and very, at times, very long. So, and that's really the best I can say about this week. So it's great to be here in front of everyone else doing what we love, which is hopping into the simulator and doing something interesting and flying somewhere in the world. Okay, right, so let's get the APU going here. Turn the fuel valves on. I feel like I'm missing something. I meant to print out a checklist today because I was trying to get a little bit slicker at this, rather than just doing everything from memory, which isn't the most reliable thing in the world. But hey ho, I didn't get there today. I just ran out of time, so that's fine. Now I'm going to be pushing off to the excuse me, pushing off to face the east. I don't know, has anyone else pushed off already? You guys are already out there?
I just pushed out.
You just pushed back, okay. So Jayhawk's still parked, Dark Fury's still parked, and we're rambling on down to 25 left, so if you guys want to head there, that's where we're going to go. I think. We're ready to go, so I shall start this pushback. And we'll start, turn the crank, engine 1. Lock the flight door. I never lock the flight door, Dan. I want kids to come in. I want people to come and bother me. Plus, if you lock the flight door, it mutes a lot of the sounds. So I kind of like to hear the sounds sometimes. But so I do apologize if the cabin announcement was drowning things out. You know, 20 years ago, nobody ever would have talked about locking the flight door. That's an unfortunate result of September 9/11. So I like to live in the past because, you know, one of the greatest experiences I had when I was younger was being able mid-flight just to go up to the cabin and go see the pilots, and I still like to pretend that that's still the case. That engine's not going. What am I doing wrong here? Bleed. There we go. Look at that. Isn't that magic? Already off to a bad start. Checklist, eh? Turn the chrono on.
Too successful for me.
That's it. Still got time here. I think, where's the... Yeah, there's the taxi. Okay. That's what I thought. Whoop.
Alright.
So what's how long you had the MD-82 then, Sharp?
I think a bunch of months. Like I think I got it about when it came out.
Mm-hmm.
And I didn't have as much time as I wished to fly it because well, flight sim just had a lot of performance issues for me, but it's smoother now, so I hope to fly it more often.
Okay.
I still, where I'm at with it, it's still kind of a handful, but I more or less know what I'm doing with it.
Yeah, it's a very, you know, the legacy or the legacy of the MD-82 is such an amazing story to tell, and you know, with the Mad Dog originally coming out, the MD-80, obviously the MD-82 improved upon the original. But I told you, I'm telling you before the stream, you know, I've flown as a passenger in the MD-82 in the States. Absolutely beautiful airplane to fly on. It feels like flight, you know, in a way that's so much different than a lot of other airplanes that you fly on these days.
That's for sure. I think for me it's really at a great sweet spot between the very old school stuff for a jet, and at the same time I feel like I have all the tools I need for an efficient flight guidance, good instrumentation. So yeah, for me it's really a sweet spot. It's not like I flew Boeing 727 unexplained, and that was a much older plane. That's from the 60s, and it's super interesting to fly, but it's very archaic in comparison. It's you fly it because you really want to go classic, but it
quite right.
it's
Dan
much,
says
it's much harder. You got
sorry. Dan says risky business. 20 years ago, it would have been no bother. I've flown pre 9/11, and so much different from today. Absolutely. He says freely being able to roam around the airport. That's a good point, because you used to get a lot more interesting places at the airport to look at airplanes. And Dan also asked, did the PT play twice? No, it's because I prematurely activated the ignition start on engine 2, which I turned off quickly. So that's the reason that's happened. Sorry, Shark Kitty, you were saying.
no, that's it.
Okay. And what about yourself, Dark? What are you finding the most interesting these days in terms of flying? What's your preferred model to go to at the moment?
It's got to be the 737, 7 or 800 variants.
Fair enough.
There's just something about having a more manual cockpit and having to do things more manually than just pressing a button and hoping a computer can do the work for you.
That's it.
And slightly different setup, startup, different checklists. There's a lot more to do. It's a lot more hands-on. I know people with the Airbus are going to go, Boeing, this, that, but end of the day I fly both. I fly the Phoenix, the A320, I fly the 737, I've done the Concorde, I've done the TC6. So, I mean, I fly variants, but I'm really liking the 737s.
Yeah, it seems to be as they're coming out with the different iterations, they're improving on all the models that they've already put out as well, and it seems to be getting better and better. So I can tell.
Yeah, they are getting better. I'm currently waiting on the 787.
Yeah.
I know we've got one, a default version, in the premium deluxe version of FlySim. I know we've got the heavy division mod, which does add some immersion to it, but what we really need is a good, study level 787.
Yeah, very cool. And of course, hopefully this is just going to get better and better now. At PMVG, of course, I believe they're possibly looking at next year at this point in time, but it looks like the 777 is going to be making an appearance at some point as well.
Yeah, the 777 is going to make an appearance. It said 747 as well.
The Queen of the Skies, that'll be, I think that's going to be a very big deal.
Oh, yes,
sure.
If it's as good as Aerosoft's one for FSX, yes, it will be. The only downside with some of the stuff that PMDG are releasing is with the 737, there's no EFB yet.
Ah, right. I know that was something they were working on. Much like the Kodiak.
Wait, there's
something
no
that...
EFB on the 737?
No, I don't think so.
Oh,
I think everything, there's
surprising.
things you can set from the FMC.
Okay.
But nothing, not like the what you get in the Phoenix or the Flybower. Which again, we found with the Kodiak last week would be great to boot in without state saving of engine wear.
Yeah, or at least reset it. I'm fine with the wear and tear, but I want to reset it for streams.
Exactly. So.
It's kind of like the Phoenix in a sense. We're flying the Phoenix, and the Phoenix is so, as you know, it's pay where for the price, and it's immersion into the sim. And now I can't even fly the fly-by-wire 320 because I'm so used to having buttons to press and things on the feet on the EFB Mach2.
Yeah.
When I come to do the fly-by-wire stuff, it's like, where is it? It's not there yet. Oh, what am I supposed to do now?
Yeah, that's right. And you got to give a shout out to the fly-by-wire team because it's amazing what they produced for a freeware add-on, and I think it's very underappreciated.
Yeah, it'll get there. It's good. It is a good freeware. It'll get there. It's just, I think people are expecting that, even though it's a good quality freeware, to be somewhere at the stage of where the Phoenix is. And
Yeah.
for me personally, yes, they've done a great job, but it's not there yet.
No, and I think everyone agrees with that. But certainly, I don't mind putting the name out and showing everybody how much fun it is. Certainly, I can understand if you got in the Phoenix, it may be hard to go backwards, but it's a great airplane. And it's a fantastic learning procedural aircraft for people who are just getting into flight sim as well, who don't know how much money they want to invest. So yeah, maybe I am number 2 behind you, Dark. I don't know if there's anybody on the runway.
I can see you. You can almost sniff my APU.
I was just coming up to give you a little kiss.
Wait till the fly-by-wire A380 comes out, you'll be kissing something. Yes, fly-by-wire, if you're watching, A380 Christmas.
Yeah. And Dan says Dark got hired with Ryanair recently.
Why?
Ooh, shots fired, eh? Shots fired.
Shots are fired. I come into Newcastle with 35-degree crosswinds and a 20-mile-an-hour gust, and I landed a bit heavy.
That's it.
Due to some logic that they have currently fixed in the latest Phoenix update.
Takeoff config. What's it complain about auto brake max? Cool. Cabin's ready as well. Bro. Okay. Initial departure 6,000 feet. I think. So we'll set that. Everything else is good to go. Flap set. And speed brakes armed. Well, takeoff config says I'm ready to go, so I think I'll let you venture off there, Dark, and then I'll come right behind you. Oh, we got somebody just spawned on the runway there. It's always fun. Just as well we don't have airplane collisions in Okay, so get everything on there. And we'll just pretend that airplane that spawned in the middle of the runway, which is apparently an Airbus 319, which I'm not aware exists in Flight Simulator, so it must be a freeware version.
It's the Latin VFR.
Yeah. Okay, and I'm starting to get a bit more used to this, but I don't want to say that too loudly because I'll start to make a mistake. And we're ready to go. 50%. Jayhawk says, I'm bringing up the rear. Roger that, Sergeant. E1. Rotate. Off we go. Positive rate, gear up. Reduction 1650. Pull that back to climb. suppose. Dark Fury says I'm Popeye the Sailor Man. Yeah, indeed. Yeah, we're starting to increase speed though, so we're bringing those flaps in as well. I'm gonna master caution. Oh, bad dev there. I know I haven't done the chrono on either, so we'll do that. Turn off the landing lights there, and the lights can come off as well. Yeah, so there we go. Maybe just take a quick moment just to admire the surroundings of Berlin. Which is interesting, you know, one thing I didn't realize about Berlin, it's quite flat for this part of Germany. Since when engines are spinning down. Oh, obviously they will because I'm leveled out at 250 there, so. Hey!
Oh, I see you down there. Oh, what's that?
What are you saying?
I've got a nice view of you.
Right?
I don't know about your, but since they released Sim Update 10, things seem to be a lot more clearer, a lot more. You get a lot more visual, and performance-wise, seems to be a lot better.
I am seeing that. I mean, I don't think my machine's powerful in the grand scheme of things, but I'm certainly feeling like it's a bit more stable. The only sad thing is I'm not able to take advantage of DLSS, but I've seen a lot of comparison videos. It doesn't look like the change is that dramatic on most systems from what I can tell. Although I'm aware that a lot of people are still waiting for Nvidia to put out updated drivers, so maybe see what happens with that. Probably release the cabin crew at this point. Can start cooking stuff up and checking if anyone wants something to drink. It's starting to get warm in here.
Yeah, the drivers come out a couple of days ago for the game ready drivers, Nvidia.
Yep.
DLSS doesn't really work. Plain and simply, supposed to have had a support for it, and there's no improvement.
Okay. Yeah, I did. It did seem like some of the comparisons I saw seemed like it was a bit snake oil. But
Unless you're going to get a 4000.
What's that?
Unless you're going to get a 4000 series GPU,
Yeah.
it's one of the things.
Just so to get that DLSS 3. Yeah, no, I wouldn't. Even if I had disposable income, I don't think I'd have the time or patience to do it. I'll wait. I think people are better waiting until the 4000 gets a bit more kind of modularized, so that we can just slot into more machines. Because the changes you have to make to the box right now just to be able to take them is, I think it's completely ridiculous. And I think, to be fair, I mean, why pay the money when you can go out and get a 3090 Ti for less than that and have a fantastic card? Although it is a version back for DLSS, I guess it's only DLSS 2.0. Yeah. I mean, it's the same problem all the time, though. They're always coming out with new cards, with new features, big promises about how it's going to completely change the world, and yeah, I mean, if you want to spend a fortune to try and get that elusive maximum performance trophy, you know, go for it. And I think for most of us, nobody's going to be thinking or even considering getting a 4000 series. I mean, 4000 series is worth more than my entire rig, with all the peripherals I've got, including all my controllers. You know, it's extraordinary how expensive they are.
Are you excited for the calendar release today?
Yes, I didn't download it because it's obviously the world updates are optional and we're not flying in that part of the world. But yeah, it's really, really good. I'm gonna look into it in more detail to see what they've actually changed. But yeah, of course, why not? Very excited. It's always great to see my home nation updated, and I'm sure we'll find a way to make good use of that as well. I wouldn't necessarily go out west though. I think what I'd like to do is Eastern Canada trip, because if the world update has done what it says in the tin, then I would like to see more detail in Eastern Canada, which is more subtle kind of terrain, and just as beautiful in its own way. Oh, Dan's come in with 5 pounds. Dan, thank you so much. I haven't put you off by the disco episode at the start then, so I'm going to have to do that before the end. Shark and Dark Fury, don't let me forget. Make sure I get some dancing in for the end for Dan. Dan, thank you so much. That is absolutely brilliant. Really, really helps with the streaming costs as well, so thank you.
I only think it's fair that, because Dan's tipped, that under the common license practice, he should choose a 30-second clip of a song to dance to.
I'm not getting into copyright problems, but we can maybe talk about that in the future. I'd have to do that as a separate video, but I'd be willing to do that. But yeah, we'll just have to stick with what I got at the moment, which is part of what the costs go to, is the license for Epidemic Sound, obviously. But hey, you know, it gives me a good selection of music, so I'm quite happy. Keeps the background interesting. Right, I'm going to do a bit of homework here. So, first of all, we shall check the METAR for our destination. Where would I find that now? Somewhere. Oh, it's up there a bit. Here we go. Innsbruck, or Lima Oscar Whiskey, India. It is. Just make quick notes here. So it is QNH 1004. 090. 3 knots. Very, very, very slight wind today, which is good. It's raining though, which is going to be interesting. We do have clouds at 600 feet, which could be very interesting as well. So we'll see how that comes out.
If it's that low, we need to check the minimums.
This is maximum visibility, I think.
Minimum required is 2,400 meters.
There you go. I'll leave it to the experts to tell me what to do. 004. Right, so we'll go back to. That's. Oh, we got bond up the flight plan here. Forgot to take out that discontinuity. So, oof, off we go. So it should be fine now. Okay. Brian Dyer's dropped in. Hi Brian, how you doing? He says, I love the Tim Hortons cup. I did that to one of my fly-by-wires a while ago, but it disappears with every update. Oh right, obviously I've got Dark Fury to help me with that out. Dan says, the dancing part is purely optional. Happy just to support you, Dan. You're an absolute gentleman and a brilliant guy. Thank you so much for that. But yeah, Brian, you love the old Timmy's going there, eh? It's my pride and joy. I did make that was a special request, Dark, wasn't it? Right, so in terms of performance, we want to go to QNH, which I said was 1004. Temperature was 9 degrees, and dew point of 9 degrees, which is probably why it's raining. And our winds are 090 at 3 knots. Probably leave it with full configuration, actually, I think. Off we go. Brian says, need to pull out tray with a couple of Boston cream donuts in it. Yeah, right on. Or double chocolate. Double chocolate. That's one of my favorites. I am one of the guys that like the old-fashioned plain as well.
So what star are you gonna be flying from, Woody?
The star I'm using today is the Tulsa 3A.
That's the same I'm using?
That's the same you're using.
Yeah, that's the star I'm using.
Yeah, that was one recommended by simbrief. So.
Yep. But the thing, looking at the chart that I noticed, is that if you wanna land on way 8, we don't really have a published precision approach from there, because we don't have ATC.
No, so I'm just using the
Unless we do
RMPZ for runway 8. Which transitions through LMM at 13,000 feet, and then it's basically just a gradual descent down to runway altitude, which is 1930.
Unless you're planning to do the circle to land shot, Kitty.
Say again?
Unless you're planning to do the circle to land.
Circle to land?
Yes.
That's visual. We can't do visual today.
Unless VFR rules.
I'm hoping it's going to be somewhat visual.
600 feet is not VFR.
Yeah, I'm hoping it's going to be somewhat visual. It's funny because I always thought there was an ILS at Innsbruck, but I guess not. Just a localizer approach from the other direction. Oh, I see the visual approach circle land option there. Yeah.
Says you've got your ground spoiler selective.
Check everything else here.
We just reached our cruise altitude for the flight. As it begins to settle in, I do want to remind you to please keep your feet and elbows clear from the aisle as the flight attendants will be coming through the cabin with galley cars shortly. Also, one more reminder to please refrain from congregating to the front galley where the flight deck door is located. Thank you.
Yeah, it's a shame that weather radar is not working quite yet. Jayhawk says, you do know me and Innsbruck don't get on. Jayhawk, you're in good company. I have a mixed history with landing in Innsbruck, so I'm going to try and do my best to see how we get on today. So yeah, we'll see what happens. Now, having looked at the flight plan, mind you, our first point of interest in terms of altitude is RTT. Is that before Elman? That's right. That is very interesting.
Yes, that's correct, yes, because on the Toulouse, you go via Toulouse, Romeo Tango Tango over to Elma, and then you come back around.
I'm just what I'm worried about is it's preset the altitude for 9,500 for RTT, and then saying it's 13,000 for LM. So I'm assuming one of those is wrong. I'm pretty sure 13,000 is correct.
would need to change the RTT to 13,000.
Yeah.
That's when you enter the hold, and you leave RTT at 9,500 for runway 26.
Yeah. Right, I've done that.
Yeah, I think for 3 knots it's maybe just simpler to land runway 26.
We'll see when we get there. How's that? But I'm gonna try straight in for 08 if I can do it. I think the key objective for today is don't hit the side of a mountain. I think if you get past that part, you're doing pretty well.
We'll send search and rescue in about a week for you.
So I couldn't quite hear you there, Dark.
We'll send the search and rescue teams in about a week for you.
Yeah, cheers. Oh, by then I'll be mixed in with the locals, eating sausage and drinking some crazy beer. Brian says, I thought Sim Update 10 would have opened up the weather radar to developers. I guess not. I think you were saying, Dark, it's opened up a little bit, but not a lot.
Yeah, they've opened up the weather API to developers. It's now up to the developers to implement what they have access to.
Right. So there could be a lag. So we may see updates for individual aircraft coming out in the near future that are demonstrating some good stuff. So hopefully we'll see what happens. Dan says, I'd love to be able to change the captain's voice in the A320NX. It used to be a British voice, so it'd be cool to be able to create your own custom recordings for it. I'm wondering if there's actually a hack for that. Because generally sound files are actually pretty exposed when it comes to things like that. Yeah. Jayhawk says we're going for the double then. You one side of the mountain, me the other. There you go, Jayhawk. That's it. I'll try not to leave you on your own. So I'm gonna cough my lungs out here for a second. Okay, now I need to go back to what I was originally going to do this RT130. Calculator, top descent, sync 130, 53 miles. So if we set, let's say 57 mile radius around RTT. Should give us a good indication of how far away your top descent is. There we go. So that's where we're going to start dropping to 130. And then in terms of landing at the airport, sorry, that's the next thing I have to do for line streams. Set it up so people can see the charts. So Alma is at 31.9. Descent begins at waypoint 1749, which is roughly 29 DME. So if we add another fix, which is OWI08. Radius approximately 29. Actually, this is 29 and then 29. And the approach for runway 8 is actually 077. So if we take the 180 reciprocal of 077, that gives us 257. So we'll have a radial extending at 257 out from that airport, which is quite useful on an approach like this because as you get closer to the airport and you're in the mountains, it kind of gives you just a rough idea which way the runway is pointing. There we go. We can see now that runway 08 is showing a radial. I'm a bit confused by this. It's rendering very strangely on here. But yeah, I mean, this is approximately what we're doing. So we're coming in. I guess we're. Bellman 172. Okay, I don't. I don't know. I don't know. Maybe this is a turnaround then. So yeah, but there's runway anyway. So that's the radial we want to track in on. Okay. Yeah. See what happens. I think things are going to get weird, but we'll try.
There's an easy way if you want to make it a bit more easy for yourself.
Yeah, go for it.
So when you are coming from the Romeo Ratzenberg transition, it's taking you to Elmham.
Yeah.
If you put a waypoint of X-Pix in between Ratzenberg and Elmham, you'll do like a 180. It's not as a sharp turn.
Sorry, between Elmham and what?
Between Ratzenberg and Elmham.
I don't see Ratzenberg on the plan.
It's Romeo Tango Tango.
Oh, Ratzenberg, right. Okay, so you're saying... Oh! Jayhawk coming in with the 5 quid. Thank you very much, mate. Jayhawk,
Nice.
thank you. Thank you so much. There will be dancing. It's like there will be blood. No, there will be dancing at some point. Jayhawk really means a lot to me. Thank you so much for supporting the stream. Really, really helps. Thank you so much, mate. Right, sorry. So there is a waypoint called what? How you spell it?
X-ray, Echo, Bravo, Indigo, X-ray.
Alright, I'll tell you what I'll do. Oh. Alright, so if I go... flight plan. How do I do this again now? Something I haven't done in a while. Next waypoint. Okay, here we go. So next waypoint is X-ray.
X-ray, Echo,
Yeah.
Bravo, Indigo, X-ray.
Okay. Z-Books. Does that work? Yes, it has. Alright, what does that actually look like now? Ah! Fantastic. Thank you very much, sir. Yes, that looks a bit more sane. And I take it it's 13,000 from Elmham, just basically just riding that platform right up to oh, Zbix is coming at 300. Okay. Oh, come on. 130 Zbix, yeah. Okay, there we go. By LMM I should be 130 as well. So I don't know why that constraints disappeared. Yeah, it won't let me put in the constraint for LMM now. That's really odd. That's okay, we can hold it. There's something very simple here that I'm missing, and this is because I'm not as up to speed as some other people are on some of the specific little things here. Oh no, the constraint is in for LMM as well. Okay. So if I check, let's see. That one there. Okay. I'm sure it'll be fun. Okay. Just have to keep our senses about us. Right, but that was really helpful. Thank you. Thank you for that, Dark Fury. Well, of course, yeah, you've typed it in the chat as well. Dan says, I asked Fly-by-Wire and GitHub about the voices and sounds, but they told me the files are encrypted. Oh, and they can't be changed. Really? Interesting. Very interesting. And now I'm like, hold up, how did you get yours in then? Secrets.
Hold on.
Jayhog says, while I remember I won't be here next week, I'll be heading up north. Jayhog, no problem. We're actually going to be streaming on, not that this will impact you at all, but we'll be streaming on Friday, because I have to fly down south for business. So I can't do the Thursday stream, so just, yeah, FYI, we will be streaming Friday next week. And then the following week, I'll be on holiday, heading down to Yorkshire for a holiday. So there will be no stream on the week of October 10th. But we will be back. Specific day to be decided, but we will be back the following week. So just keep watching the stream for notifications.
I hope you're coming down to Yorkshire.
What's that?
I hope you're coming down to Yorkshire.
I am indeed. Always love it down there. It's very dog friendly and very family friendly. So
Is this the time for a shameless plug now for our sponsors?
yeah, why not? big shout out to Just Flight. We're not flying a Just Flight airplane today, but we have been recently. We flew the Kodiak last week, which is available through them. And of course, we will be. What's our next stream? Actually, can anyone tell me without me having to go rooting for it? Or is it props or jets?
Props.
It's props. So I think we're going to give either the Warrior, the Just Flight Warrior, or the Just Flight Arrow some love next week. Yeah, just a couple of fantastic planes. I think we should really try and do the Warrior if we can, if the flight plan will lend to it, because it is a lovely airplane. And plus, it's one I've actually flown in real life as well, so it does have special meaning to me.
Yeah, I agree. I think if the Warriors fast enough, it will be pretty fun next week.
Yeah, I agree.
I mean, for those who have it.
The Jayhawk says, you come in the God's country, where are you? So, we're actually staying in East Riding, Jayhawk, but we're going to be touring all over Yorkshire. So, you're going to be staying in the Bonnie Village, which is appropriately named Wetwang, which my 14-year-old daughter thinks is hilarious. And she couldn't wait to tell all of her friends at school where she was going for her October holiday. Other friends of hers are going to Majorca, Tenerife, and she was absolutely proud as punch to say that we were going to Wetwang, so there you go. But we're going to be touring all around Yorkshire area from there. That's just going to be our base. And for the first time, I'm actually going to be able to see the city of York, which I've not been able to visit. My wife has seen it. But I'm really, really looking forward to that. It's a place I've never been before. So And we'll no doubt be doing some coastal tours, kind of up towards Hornsey and up from there. So we've been in various parts of Yorkshire. The last time we were quite close to Whitby, coming south from there. But yeah, this time we're a bit further south. So. But good thing is it's fairly easy to get to by car. You don't really have to take too much in the way of dodgy roads to get there. So it's quite helpful. Oh, you guys are only an hour from there. Oh, okay. Interesting. Right, where are we in the grand scheme of things here then? I think there's a updated flight plan on here somewhere, isn't there?
Oh jeez, I used the wrong, what it's called?
I thought it used to give you a moving map. Did they get rid of that?
That's they removed that and it gave you Navigraph instead.
Oh, okay. Yeah, and obviously I've not actually got that far. Quickly I could do
That says dark. Can you say AO love?
This is something I'm going to do quickly. Navigraph.
We're using the wrong Imperial mod for climb.
Slash code.
How did you get behind me, Short Kitty? Well, my plane's older and yeah, I think I didn't use as much power as I could.
HK 6. See if that. Oh, there we go. I don't know if that accomplished anything, but we'll see. It's maybe something I should have done in the beginning. Anyway, doesn't matter. It's fine. It's fine. We're about halfway. We're about halfway. And in terms of distance, we're about roughly 80 miles from top of the sun. So I am going to pop away for 2 minutes. I'll be right back, and I'll leave you with a beautiful exterior view of the positive rate livery as we fly towards Innsbruck. See you in a minute.
I'm guessing we keep it at the state then, Shark.
Yeah. And along my other mistakes, I got too much fuel.
I don't think I have enough.
Well, we can trade if you want.
Yes. I might have to call for some air tankering.
Well, I don't. That's maybe one drawback of the FBW. Not a simulation drawback, just the aircraft like that. But I don't have a fuel dumping system. So in situations like that, they're just gonna burn the extra fuel to make me lighter. But that's not the first time it happens to me. It's simbrief tends to put me in situations like that.
Yes, yeah, it does.
Yeah, I think I'm gonna push the engine a bit more than I plan to, so I burn a bit more fuel, and I'll just monitor the fuel, and hopefully I won't have to stay in hold for too long.
Shall we talk about a bit about next week? We're gonna do.
Yeah. So next week we're gonna fly in islands. Which one? I forgot. Oh, they're cool. I think it's already in the event. Yep. Oh, it's Norway West Coast. Okay. Wait. Oh, sorry, I'm confusing with another flight. That's for way later.
So next week, next Friday, we are taking the Warrior. There is a nice, lovely J livery for positive rates available on flightsim.to, and we are doing a scenic tour of the Norway coast.
Yes, the island of Norway.
If you do join the Discord, we'll try and get some sceneries and stuff in the positive rate channels or loop pub if you want to join. 1800 Zulu or 1900 BST UK time, whichever one you are. So anything like the Warrior from just flight, I mean, you could fly. Say 172 might be a bit slow. Cody out too fast.
I think the 172 should be fine in terms of the speed compared to a Warrior. It's not a very fast plane. Really, most prop planes should be fine unless you're like on something really slow, like a super STO aircraft.
I think we're also going to do it on, an early morning flight so we can get a good general look at the scenery. Probably clear skies or a few clouds. Yeah, that's a good little flight for next week. And then as Willie says, the week after, because he's on holiday. Sorry, Shark, I'm just in between Twitch and YouTube. Yeah, see what we've been said.
No, nothing.
Nothing.
Okay, I'm back.
Welcome back.
Oh, how are we getting on? Yeah. Still flying. That's good. That's always a good sign.
Generally, yes.
About just under 60 miles to top of the sun. Jayhawk says, where's Dan on Twitch? Yeah, Dan's on Twitch, yeah. Oh, so what did you talk about while I was away?
Sorry, go ahead, Dark.
Well, I was waiting for you to go ahead.
I was saying that because I'm a bit too heavy and I have to try and burn some fuel and I have to hold pattern at the destination before I can land. And we're also talking about our next flight on Friday.
Yeah, that should be good. Look at these clouds. Doesn't bode well for landing in the valley, does it?
Nope.
I'm going to throw something in the spanner of the works here.
Sure.
Those who are on the Discord and liked and subbed on the YouTube channel, Friday we will have a giveaway courtesy of me and the Positive Red Team.
What's happening Friday? Sorry, did you say we're gonna have a giveaway courtesy of you?
Yes.
Really? Dark. That's wonderful.
Can't wait to see that.
All right. Well, thank you very much.
But the only rules is you need to be on Discord and you need to be a subbed.
Very good. So there you go. So Dark Fury will be a giveaway next Friday. This is what we're saying on the Positive Rate stream. Courtesy of Dark Fury, but you have to be subbed on YouTube and you have to be signed into our Discord community. Is that right?
Yeah.
Well, that's very, very gracious of you, sir. Thank you so much, Dark. So there you go. So we'll have to get Nick to promote that when he's not working.
Well, let me get my favourite emoji out on the Discord.
All right, here we go. Dan, yes, you heard him correctly. Oh dear, dear. So we are getting.
I don't know what happened, Jayhawk. I missed it.
Dan says on YouTube, what about Twitch viewers? Racism against Twitch people.
Well, let's say subscribe on YouTube, follow on Twitch, and member on Discord.
There you go.
Yes.
That's a good deal. Subscribe on YouTube, follow on Twitch, join our Discord community, and you'll qualify for the giveaway next week.
Racism against Twitch people. Oh no, we aren't. We love Twitch chat.
Jayhawk says, you think I'd be in trouble walking down the aisle with Discord?
You think I'm in trouble?
Walking down the aisle, you get married. Well, you know why I never let passengers get out and exercise themselves and do that.
I can just see J-Hog now. Do, 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 do. And welcome to Positive Rates.
So is J-Hog getting married?
His daughter is.
Oh, his daughter is. All right. Ooh. That should be interesting.
He'll be attending in round suits.
Nuki Brown formal wear, is that what you're talking about?
Yes.
I was watching Gripperson earlier today. He was flying in the hurricane around Florida. The weather looked incredible on Microsoft Flight Simulator. Absolutely stunning. The cloud formations were ridiculous. And I was really jealous because I was working at the time and I just wanted to kind of stop what I was doing and get on the sim and try it myself, but I couldn't do it. But I think it's downgraded to a tropical storm now. Jayhawk says, told you Dark Fury, the speech is beginning. Hi, Easy 59JG requesting silence, please. And I'm not commenting on my gray suit, says Jayhawk. Gray suit's fairly respectable. I think we can get away with that. So are you behind me or are you ahead of me, Shark Kitty?
I'm way behind.
Way behind. Oh, okay.
Yeah.
Bit more homework to do before I could take off. I see a few people reasonably close. Very crowded skies tonight, actually. People all over the place. That's what great thing about Microsoft Flight Simulator, though. You always feel like you're surrounded by people if you're ever flying on the Microsoft service. You're reading J-Hog's comments, Dart.
Filling in my performance page because I'm about to descend in the next 45 mile.
Yeah, I'm pretty close actually. In fact, I'm just about there now. hear a wee one. Doesn't sound too happy. Is that your son, Dirk?
Yes, it is, yes.
How old is he
He's
now?
tired. 19 months.
19 months. So he'll be eating like a horse now, shall he?
Yes, he eats everything.
Yeah.
Not his own food, though. He eats everybody else's except his.
Everybody else's, yeah. Yeah, I remember those days.
The only thing is he started to take more naps. He starts to take naps through the day, and he's not sleeping at the night, so you have to keep him awake. The cabin crew's not happy.
Yeah. Yeah, we used to do something similar for my son as well. Because he used to, if his daily sleeping patterns were thrown off, he used to wake up in the middle of the night and like wide awake, and there was nothing you could do about it really. You could try and lie him down, and he was no, I'm up. I
From the front
want to
deck,
do
ladies and
stuff.
gentlemen, as we have noticed, we have begun our initial descent down to our destination. Now would be a good time to wrap up any business you need to take care of as we prepare for our approach.
That's beginning to
If
set
you are
for
up,
me.
once you return to your seat, we ask that you remain
Like his jam and toast tea.
Flight attendants, please prepare the cabin for
Jam and toast.
Yeah, he likes his jam and toast tea.
Oh yeah. That's one thing since my son has been diagnosed with diabetes. One of the things that he has at night is supper. Dan! Dan's coming in with a £2.95. Dan, thank you so much. He says, bonus one is I gotta run off and do some work. Oh no! I haven't danced for you yet. I'll do it at the end of the stream, but if Dan, if I see you at the start of next week's stream, I'll do it again for you. Thank you so much. It really, really means a lot, and it really helps. You have no idea how much it helps right now. So, yeah, thanks, Dan, and hopefully we'll see you soon, mate. All the best to you, and catch you next week.
Actually, sweet, Dan.
Discontinuity where? I don't know, my whole night saying that discontinuity somewhere. I don't see it.
So you can see Tulsa come out there. See, so on the experimental version of Flyboard, do you guys, either of you use that? Do you use that, Dark? Or you kind of in Phoenix now, not too?
I do sometimes fly offline in the experimental. It's just so used to flying with stuff that the fly-by-wire doesn't have. It's like
Yeah, I know. Yeah, it's like going back and stuff. Yeah, I can totally appreciate that. Dan says in the chat, I have to shoot off now and do some actual work. Thanks for the stream all. Looking forward to seeing you all soon. Dan, we love you to bits. Absolutely looking forward to seeing you next week, mate. And we'll hop in the props together and do some interesting stuff. We're in Norway next week too, which is really cool. So it's a place, a part of the world we haven't seen yet. So I'm quite looking forward to that. And I was doing a bit of flying around Norway just to get some of the screen grabs for the YouTube stream, and yeah, very beautiful area. Tons of interesting places and lots of airports actually. I think Scandinavia has quite a few airports compared to some other countries.
yeah, there's quite a bit of scenery, freeway scenery as well to add to that.
There is, yeah, there is. I did have 2 Orbx sceneries for 2 of the airports on the route. It's quite a heavy route too. I think there's 5 airports next week. But then it occurred to me one of the reasons that they probably do have quite a few airports is because in the wintertime it's challenging for some trucks and various to get to different areas, so you might need the airports for cargo. It's certainly like that way in Canada. Okay. Just having a look here, so yeah. I feel like we should be descending quicker than what we are. J-Hug says, get the drone ready, Mr. Fury. Got about 20 miles to get to 13,000 hours. Should be fine. Should be fine. Mind you, we're coasting at 13,000 for a wee while now. And we're in the soup. I can't see anything, so we are completely IFR at the moment, folks. I can see the ground peeking out below a little bit. So at least I'll get you landing, Shark Kitty. I think Darkfree, you'll probably be down before me, won't you?
I will. Actually, I could put holding and hold for you.
It's up to you. But hey, if you get some footage of me landing, that'll be interesting.
I'll get the camera out.
Because you could probably use recycle that into some video assets for the stream. Because I take lots of footage of everyone else doing things, but not so much of myself. Because I'm always focused. Okay. What do we say QNH was right now? Is it still 1005? Oh, I think that's changed. 0904 knots. Let's do a quick check. Yes, it was. So difficult. 090. Okay, and QH has changed. 1005. Go. Barrel. Is it 1930? So let's see. 20. Gives us 200 feet above airport ground level. I'll just quickly check that in the charts as well. Actually, runway is 1907, so that. Actually, 21.3 is probably fine. So 1900 set for landing. Once we pass waypoint 1749, which is after Elma. And the brilliantly advised waypoint of Orbx, which Archery is giving us, so that's good. Okay, and we are nearing 1300 now. So we'll keep our speed up at the moment because we're not below 10,000 just yet. Otherwise we'll be sitting here for quite a while. And as long as we don't fly into the side of a mountain, we're doing well. It is cloudy, ladies and gentlemen. Very cloudy.
I can see the mountains.
I can't see a damn thing. I can't see anything. Actually, I think we did pretty well time-wise. I'm only showing 1 minute or 1 hour and 7 minutes from the gate. headwind was as bad as what we thought it might be. 55 minutes airtime.
I hope it's turning around. We're going back to Manchester.
Oh, I heard a beep. I hit master caution. Anti-ice. Ah. Here we go. It's actually been quite a while since I've seen any ice come in, so it must be getting that time of year, eh? Just do a quick fuel check here, actually. Fuel. Still got 3.5 ton on board here. Plenty of fuel. Always build lots of contingency in the simbrief, so it seems to keep me safe in terms of fuel. Jayhawk says 21,000 still okay up here. Yeah, come and join it. Come and join us in the fun part of the world. Well, I do see there is occasional breaks here. Oh, yeah, you can see the mountains peaking below us now. Look at that scenery. Look at that scenery. Oh, wow. Look at that. Isn't that gorgeous? Stunning. Beautiful part of the world. Yeah, I can see mountains now dark, so hopefully I'll be a bit clearer towards Innsbruck.
Well, I think going towards Orbx and Elmham, yeah, it's really clear.
That's a good thing to hear. Oh, I'm starting to get that pixelation in the clouds again. Could be performance thing. Jayhawk says spoke too soon. I think he's starting to hit the low visibility area. Okay, let's talk about landing. So we will want to, we're going to be full flap configuration for this landing. The runway altitude is 1900 feet roughly. So we'll be setting that once we pass waypoint 1749, which is the start of our descent on this approach. And hopefully we'll get a bit of visibility towards the end there, just to make sure we can be a little bit of a visual, because I think it's going to be very challenging if we don't have some visual of this runway. But apart from that, we just really got to trust the plan. So the airplane knows which way it needs to go laterally. We just have to be conscious that we're doing all the right things from a vertical perspective. We'll see how we get on. But for the meantime, we've got a bit of a tour along the edge of the mountains here, so we come to our Orbx turn, which is 20 miles off. Let's see if we can see anything out the window. Which is not much. Not much at all. You still at 13,000, Bert? Jayhawk says, is it raining down there? I would, yes, it should be. It was reporting rain at the airport. In fact, yeah, the METAR is still stating rain. Although it seems to be claiming the visibility's alright, so. We've got a few plots at 0600, so there will be some obscurity, but not completely obscure. And scattered at 1300, broken at 3600, so it's probably going to be a bit hard to see until we get below 3600, I would say. Although it is saying 9 degrees with a 7 degree dew point, so I'm actually a bit curious as to why it's raining, because in theory, if the dew point's dropped below the temperature, it should actually be thinning out. I guess we'll find out, or maybe I don't know enough about it.
It's actually because of where it's positioned in the mountain range.
Yeah, fair enough. Mind you, though, you know, the rain can come from anywhere. I know living in the Scottish borders, it can rain half a mile away, but if the wind's blowing correctly, you'll still get rained on, even though it's not above you. So the conditions for rain aren't actually where you are, but you're still getting rained on because the wind's blowing it from a different area. Okay, we are in the longest downwind pipe I've been on for a while. Still maintaining 290 knots. Oh, and there's mountains. Look at that. Just out of the blue there. Wow. Oh, wow, look at that. Look at the mountains. Stunning. Absolutely beautiful. Beautiful. Microsoft Flight Simulator. Always impressing me. Look at that. And we got Faxfoot, and he says, "Hey, what's up, man? Hey, Faxfoot, how you doing, mate? Welcome to the stream." We're just, I'll tell you where we are. We're not far from landing in Innsbruck, which is in the valley down there. Down that big valley there, but we're doing a slow circle to come in from the west. So yeah, we got about 10 miles of just kind of skirting along the mountain line here, which is absolutely crazy. Look at that! I mean, look at that! Isn't that great? But Faxfoot, welcome. Do follow if you can. Great to have you along. And check out our Discord community as well. If you put exclamation Discord into the chat, I'll give you a link. At least I think it does in Twitch. That's maybe something you could try out, Shark. Oh, there you go. Thank you, Shark. So yeah, Faxfoot, great to see you, mate. Hop into our Discord. Hopefully you can join us for the stream next week. We'll be flying on Friday in Norway in prop aircraft this time. We'll be doing airlines next week. Oh wow, look at that. Some of these towns must be a remarkable place to live. The sun coming off glinting off the mountains. Clouds. Absolutely stunning. I hope it's all worthwhile in the end and I can land this airplane safely. The track record hasn't been completely solid of late. Other checks. Get back on there. Jayhawk says I'm on a different approach, I think. What approach are you on, Jayhawk? Okay, I'm going to slow things down here because we are getting close to our turn. Also, actually, I might even go with the slow actually take it down to T10. Don't want to make any mistakes, and I don't want things to happen too quickly for me. And we'll activate approach phase. Jayhawk says Tulsi 3A. Yeah, that's what we're on. Yeah. But it, Dark did give me a quick hint though. He helped me add this after RTT, add Zebix, which really helps with the approach. Just gives you a nice kind of turnaround rather than. Jayhawk's just gone over top the airport flying the teardrop. Oh, right. Okay, yeah. It is challenging. I have done this a couple other times, so I kind of know what to look for, but there's never any guarantees when it comes to Innsbruck. It is a very challenging airport to fly in correctly. I'll go green dot there, actually. We've got 210. I'll bring out one stage of flaps. Give us a little bit of braking power there. And we're looking for that waypoint 1749, which is coming up. That's where we're going to drop to 1900. And if we've done everything right, paid attention, hopefully we'll get near the airport and be able to land.
See Jayhawk's trying to cut in.
Is he?
Yeah, he's flying straight towards me.
There's not much in the way of speed restrictions in most.
No, the main speed restrictions come down towards when you're about 5 to 10 miles from the runway.
Oh, right, okay. I'm probably getting ahead of myself then. I've slowed down to 210 knots, but it's just because I'm a little bit nervous. Actually, I'd probably speed up. I'm probably being a bit over cautious there, so let's...
210 all the way down to about 15 miles, slow down to 180, and then just slow down there.
So 210's a good shout then?
Yeah, 210 to about 15 miles from the runway, slow down.
Okay, fair enough.
Yes, I noticed there's terrain ahead, shut up.
I'll tell you what, there's not a lot of clearance between these mountains. 13,000.
You might want to disable your terrain warning as well.
Sure.
Because you'll start getting terrain you'll get terrain warnings as you keep going down.
Yeah, I've turned it off. Jayhawk says I'm heading towards you head on. Okay. There's no aircraft collisions. It's okay. It's fine. Okay, I think we're about to clear the peaks. I presume it's not a coincidence that the start of descent is after 1749 because that is the last, hopefully the last of the mountains we're going to see there. Okay, cross your fingers.
Well, that's easy to know if you're on like a line for the guy slope, or runway, sorry. You're going between two pylons.
Going to between two pylons. Why do I feel like I'm flying straight here? It's holding me on a constraint for some reason. There it goes. Okay. Oh, this makes me really nervous. I can't see anything at all. Now, checkpoint, we should be... There's no check altitudes on this approach, that's the only problem, but let's see, 1751 is about halfway, so let's see, that should be about... 8,000 or so. Maybe 7.76.
Are you doing this all managed or an FBA?
It's not. I'm not using managed altitude. How do you actually switch to FBA?
So above your AP1, there is an FBA button, which gives you the bird.
Above the which button?
AP1.
AP1. Oh,
you
AP1.
Yeah.
So you just press that button?
Yep. And then you put into next to your altitude you want to press on down, and you set it to 3.6. Because it's a 3.4.
Oh yeah, I see what you're saying.
Control Whiskey India 749, it's a 3.6 degree.
I can see 3.6 on the descent profile there, yeah. Okay. 045, switch to QNH, which happens to be the same as what we left it, so that's fine.
Oh, that's interesting, man, that was disappeared.
So I might be a little bit high here, so I'm going to increase that profile a little bit. So that was good. I learned a couple of things today. Thanks, Dark. Those landing lights can come on. Gives a little bit of extra drag as well. Time to put the seatbelts on, folks. Okay, we are... We're dropping. Just, there is a danger I could overfly here, but we'll see what we get on. What time, when did you say to drop to 180, Dark?
You want to be dropping about now? Well, let's be realistically, because you should be going to 160 by the waypoint that you turn towards the runway.
Alright, let's take it to 160. Got some more flaps for drag there. Flaps 3. Alright, pre-landing. I think we'll actually put on some auto brake there, so let's do that low. Full config, so we don't need anything changed up there. Just hurt the cabin that we are about to come in soon. Yeah, I'm well high at this airport. So I think what we're going to do what's my options here? Yeah, so my profile was definitely too high, I think. It'd probably come in from the other direction, because the winds are pretty light. So what are we talking about? We're talking about 4 knots. So I think we'll do that. overfly. Continue our descent. Where's a safe place to turn around? That's the question.
Head towards the runway on heading 077.
Yeah. So I think what I'll do is I'll take it to 4,000. Actually, 3,500. I should just do manual. I feel like I'm in a manual mood here.
2,500.
Let's go to fixes. It's not gonna let me do that, is it? Right. That way. No. Got plenty of room in the valley, luckily, that we can turn around safely. Get a V rough there as well. 130. Okay. It's just the old practice of go manual. Just extend our lateral out a bit.
1,000. 1,000.
Flight attendant, please prepare for landing.
Looking for that airport. Yes. It's looking okay. full. And we'll see if we can get into Innsbruck here. Can you guys still hear me? Shark, can you hear me?
Yeah, I can hear you.
Yeah.
Okay.
Oh, totally didn't realize.
Is the
1,000.
stream still running okay?
Yeah, all
Yeah.
good.
I got my multi-stream chat, so you can kick it on there.
We're all biting his nails waiting for you to land.
Yeah. And I'm on approach as well.
All right, brilliant. See you there. Picking up the poppies now, so it's giving us a visual of the profile. It's starting to get a few stutters. Way off the center line. Bring it back. Slightly above. Up it a little bit.
It's gonna be the moment of truth.
It is indeed.
Will I see the field?
A little bit more. Back on profile.
500. 400.
Looking good now. Inside.
300.
Slightly low.
100 above.
Okay, now we're
Minimum.
just watching the threshold. It's poppies.
100. 50. 40. 30. 20. Retard. 5.
Generally happy with that. So I am currently on runway. I'll let you know when I've vacated. Are you right behind me?
Yep.
Okay.
I see the field.
Okay, I'm still on the runway.
So I think that's the moment I should go manual.
We'll be vacating shortly. So I'll try and expedite this as quick as I can. Yeah, I should be okay. I'm just about to vacate. There we go. Happy days. Sorry, if anyone's calling anything out in the chat, Dark, can you let me know because I can't see it. Just clean up the airplane here. So turn that off. Nose wheel on. Start the APU. There's the taxi. That goes off. That goes off. Find a place to park.
Oh, I'm getting started.
I got a couple, but not too bad, considering it is Orbx scenery. So. And once again, yeah, this is the Innsbruck scenery available from Orbx. Go check them out.
Yeah, I'm low. short final.
I can see you coming in. Well, there's a few airplanes parked here. I think a couple of static ones. Dark Fury. So we're relegated to the stand. That's okay.
But don't start it now.
So we can catch you just before you land there. Alright.
Yeah,
Oh, there you are.
floating a bit.
Ah, you are, yeah. No, hit the brakes, hit the brakes.
It's okay, I got all the brakes.
Alright. Okay, sorry, turn off that light. And put down our engines. And, that's it. We are out. Everybody unbuckling in a hurry to get off the airplane. So there you go. That was good. Good flight. Enjoy that,
Yep.
Dark Fury. So I think I might have had a chance at landing if I've switched to was it FPA mode?
Yes, yeah.
Yeah, if I switched to FPA earlier, but I'll remember that for next time. So that's good to know. Because it was holding some sort of constraint and I couldn't figure out how to release the constraint, so it was just sitting there floating. But that's okay. We got down the end. We had to do a bit of a manual turn, but that actually made it more enjoyable for me to say, you know, if the automation fails you, then you need to have a think and take a look at your surroundings and figure out how you're going to get your airplane down, which we have. Shark Kitty, hopefully you can get with us as quickly as possible for wrap up. And yeah, we actually finished on time, more or less. Oh, while we're waiting on Shark Kitty, I got to do some dancing here. So, so big thank you to Dan and Jayhawk who've contributed to the stream today. Absolutely brilliant. Thank you so much to you guys. And this is for you. Hope you enjoy it. Get a warm up here. Thank you very much, guys. And if you want to see more dancing, just join us next week right here, Friday on Positive Rate. A few donations is all it takes for me to make a fool of myself, so there you go. All right. Where's Shark Kitty? How are you getting on? You almost with us?
Yes. I'm right next to you guys.
Yeah,
Just need
you
to
might have
find
to
a
go
ramp
right
to
to
park.
the end of the queue. There's not a lot of parking here.
There's one after you, Woody.
There's static aircraft there. I don't know if you can see them.
Oh, I see. I wanted to park there.
maybe can just kind of hold near the end there.
Yeah, it's okay. I don't need a ramp anyway.
Who needs ramps? Who needs ramps? Jayhawk says,
I mean,
Willy,
for real.
Willy in the house.
I'll screen something for you after the flight.
Oh, brilliant. Look at that. Absolutely fantastic flight. Thank you very much, everybody. Welcome to Innsbruck. Beautiful, beautiful Innsbruck. Some fantastic scenery. A little bit of challenge as well. Keep us on our toes. Certainly kept me on my toes today. A bit high profile for the approach, but I was able to get manually, and yeah, it's the name of the game. Just have fun. I'm glad everybody joined us tonight. Jayhawk says I'm doing the Willy dance at the wedding. You just gotta invite me to the wedding, Jayhawk. I'll do it for you. I won't even charge. I'll just show up. Oh man, oh man, oh man. Anyway, yeah, great night. And big thank you to Kevin who did the flight plan. Was it Kevin who did the flight plan? I think so. So yeah, big thanks to Kevin, our flight manager. He unfortunately can't be with us tonight, as neither can Nick, but hopefully they will be joining us in the near future. But we still had half the team here. Shark Kitty, as always, thanks for coming along tonight.
Always a pleasure.
And Dark Fury, always great to have you along as well, mate, and welcome back to the stream, mate. It's so great to have you flying with us and talking with us again. Oh, can't hear him.
Mine.
Oh, there he is. There he is. Did you hear what I said?
What was that?
Oh, I said it's so great to have you back with us again.
Oh yeah, I heard. I just wanted to say oh again.
Okay. Fair enough. So we'll see you all right here next week on Friday. That is the 7th of October, I believe. And we're doing props in Norway. That should be really, really good. Big thank you to Jayhawk and Dan who came in with the donations today, and everybody else. Great to see you tonight. I can see some of the chat anyway. And if you're watching on Restream, do subscribe and check for show notifications. Join us next week. We are the friendliest flight simulation community in the world, and you can join us on Discord as well. Check the show notes in YouTube for instructions on how to join our Discord community. And of course, Dark Fury made a late announcement on the stream today that there will be a giveaway next week, courtesy of our very own Dark Fury, provided you subscribe on YouTube, follow on Twitch, and join our Discord community, and you will be eligible for the giveaway next week on Friday, courtesy of our very own Dark Fury. Until then, I'll say goodnight to Shark Kitty.
Good night.
And I'll say goodnight to Dark.
Good night.
And that's a good night for me. You have been watching Positive Rate. We'll see you next week. Take care, folks.